Emperor Naruhito and Empress Moscow of Japan officially open the World Expo in Osaka. Queen Letizia of Spain attends an award ceremony in Lyon. Hereditary Prince Alois of Liechtenstein presides over the state opening of Parliament in Vaduz. Princess Ariane of the Netherlands celebrates a milestone. And the city of Aarhus hosts a birthday event in honor of Princess Isabella of Denmark. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone, and happy Saturday. If you're new to my channel, my name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for April 12th, 2025. On Friday, the city of Aarhus hosted a special event at Aarhus City Hall on the occasion of Her Royal Highness Princess Isabella of Denmark's upcoming 18th birthday on April 21st, 2025. Joining the princess during the celebratory event were their Majesties King Frederick X and Queen Mary of Denmark, His Royal Highness Prince Vincent of Denmark, Her Royal Highness Princess Josephine of Denmark, and their Excellencies Count Ingolf and Countess Susie of Rosenborg. Unfortunately, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Christian of Denmark was unable to attend. The reason? He is currently undergoing military training with the Guard Hussar Regiment in Slagelse. Yesterday's event not only honored the princess ahead of her upcoming 18th birthday, but also the young creative talents from Aarhus in the fields of music, sports, cuisine, and design. During the celebration, the princess gave a speech stating, quote, "Dear Mayor, dear Aarhus, dear everyone who has come together today, thank you so very much for a very special birthday celebration. It makes me really happy to be celebrated in a city that has great meaning to me and my family. Here, I have celebrated Christmas and Easter, taken walks in the garden and by the water, and enjoyed myself in the old town since I was little. I have many good memories from Aarhus. Today, I have another. And there will be definitely more after that. Thank you for the dance and music, the show, and the cake. I have pursued many hobbies myself, and it has been a shortcut to joy, friendship, and community for me. Thank you for the birthday song, a whole book of greetings, and for the beautiful piece of jewelry. The fact that you have chosen to celebrate me and that so many have come together makes me happy and touched. You should know that it means a lot to me. Tusen takk." End quote. On Tuesday, April 15th, Princess Isabella's birthday celebrations will continue with the royal family attending a gala performance at the Royal Danish Theatre's Old Stage in Copenhagen. On Tuesday, in Charlottenlund, Her Royal Highness Princess Benedicte of Denmark, as patron, presided over the presentation of the 2025 Helena Elsass Prize. The Helena Elsass Prize, worth 150,000 Danish krone, is awarded annually to an individual or institution that has made a special effort for people with cerebral palsy. It can be within fields of education, the labor market, sports or leisure, arts, and culture. The winner of the 2025 Helena Elsass Prize went to Miss Olivia Dahl. According to a press release from the Elsass Foundation, Miss Dahl received the award for her, quote, "role as a debater in the disability field, where she focuses on social and educational initiatives that can solve problems for people living with a disability." Miss Dahl is a PhD student at the University of Copenhagen, where she researches quality of life for people with disabilities. End quote. On Thursday, His Royal Highness Prince Joachim of Denmark attended the Sea, Air, Space, and Maritime Industry Symposium at the Embassy of the Kingdom of Denmark in Washington, D.C. On Tuesday evening, Their Royal Highnesses, Prince Joachim and Princess Marie of Denmark, attended the annual International Club's spring dinner in Washington, D.C. According to the Danish Embassy in Washington, D.C., for over 70 years, these clubs have, quote, served as bridges connecting diplomatic and congressional families through a dynamic network of spouses, building international friendships. The highlight of the evening was a captivating address by His Royal Highness Brigadier General Prince Joachim of Denmark, who took guests on an entertaining tour de force through 1,000 years of Danish and European royal history. From the legacy of Harold the Bluetooth to the lasting influence of the monarchy on modern diplomacy, the prince offered a unique and insightful perspective, leaving the guests with a new knowledge of our little kingdom in the far north. End quote. On Thursday, in Oslo, the President of the Republic of Iceland, Halla Tomasdottir, and her husband Bjorn concluded their state visit to the Kingdom of Norway. On Wednesday, His Royal Highness Crown Prince Haakon of Norway and the presidential couple attended a business seminar on the green transition organized by Innovation Norway and Business Iceland. In the mid-morning, Her Majesty Queen Sonja of Norway, the Crown Prince, and the presidential couple visited the Fountain House in central Oslo. After a luncheon hosted by the government, the Crown Prince couple and the presidential couple attended a Norwegian-Icelandic literature event entitled From the Poetic Edda to Modern Poetry at the University of Oslo. The day ended with the presidential couple hosting a return reception at the Old Logan in Oslo as a way to say thank you to the royal family of Norway for being such wonderful hosts. On a side note, and to circle back to the literature event, if I may, if you're unfamiliar with the Poetic Edda, they are a compilation of poems about the Old Norse gods and Norse mythology. One of the most famous is a Völuspá. The Poetic Edda can be found in the Icelandic manuscript known as the Codex Regius, which contains another famous poem known as a Havamal, Words and Wisdom of the god Odin. There is also the Prose Edda, which was written in the 13th century by Icelandic historian and poet named Snorri Sturluson. If you're interested in reading the Poetic Edda, I highly recommend the translated version by Professor Jackson Crawford. Yeah, I love the Poetic Edda. It's so good. So good. Okay, let's move on to talk about royalty again. On Friday, His Royal Highness Prince Daniel of Sweden and Her Royal Highness Princess Estelle of Sweden attended the premiere of Julius Caesar at the Royal Opera in Stockholm. Presented by the Young Opera and directed and choreographed by Miss Clara Svard, Julius Caesar is, quote, based on Handel's classic opera about passion and rivalry, relocated to a schoolyard where conflicts flare up and loyalties can quickly swing. End quote. On Wednesday, Her Majesty Queen Sylvia of Sweden purchased the first 2 Mayflowers of the year at the Royal Palace. According to the Royal Court of Sweden, Mayflower is a children's rights organization founded in 1907. Tens of thousands of children from all over the country sell Mayflowers. All proceeds from the sales benefit children in economically vulnerable situations. On Friday, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians visited the Floren Air Base, where the 2nd Tactical Wing of the Belgian Air Force is preparing for the arrival of new F-35 fighters and the MQ-9B Sky Guardian drone. Meanwhile, Her Majesty Queen Mathilde of the Belgians visited the Waterloo Academy of Music and Speech Arts ahead of the 2025 Queen Elizabeth International Music Competition. Having visited the country's various music conservatories in recent years, the Queen aims to emphasize the importance of music academies for aspiring young musicians and anyone interested in learning to play an instrument. I played the clarinet. I was terrible at it. On Thursday, Her Royal Highness, Princess Ariane of the Netherlands, celebrated her 18th birthday. Born Ariane Wilhelmina Maxima Ines, Princess of the Netherlands, Princess of Oranje-Nassau, on April 10, 2007, she is the youngest daughter of Their Majesties King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima of the Netherlands. Currently, the princess is a student working towards her international baccalaureate at the United World College Adriatic in Italy. On the occasion of her special day, His Majesty the King appointed the princess Knight of the Grand Cross of the Order of the Lion of the Netherlands by royal decree of March 21st, 2025. The princess was also appointed Knight of the Order of the Golden Lion of the House of Nassau by royal decree of April 10th, 2025. The Order of the Golden Lion of the House of Nassau is a joint order of the King and the Grand Duke of Luxembourg. The princess also received her own flag. RVD also released 3 new portraits of the princess. The images were taken on December 10th, 2024 at Paleis Huis ten Bosch in Den Haag by Dutch photographer Mr. Frank Reuter. Mr. Reuter also photographed Her Royal Highness Princess Katharina Amalia, Princess of Oranje, and Her Royal Highness Princess Alexia of the Netherlands on the occasion of their 18th birthdays. On Monday evening, Their Majesties King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima of the Netherlands, Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands, and their Royal Highnesses Prince Constantine and Princess Laurentin of the Netherlands attended the annual King's Day concert at the Amphitheatre in Doetinchem. The King's Day concert traditionally takes place in the month before King's Day. This year, King's Day will take place on Saturday, April 26 in Doetinchem, with the royal family in attendance. Naturally. On Wednesday, their Royal Highnesses, Grand Duke Henri and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg, accompanied by the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Mr. Xavier Bettel, visited Strasbourg. The visit was held in connection with Luxembourg's presidency of the Committee of Ministers of the Council of Europe, which began on November 13, 2024. On Thursday, in Vaduz, His Serene Highness, Hereditary Prince Alois of Liechtenstein, presided over the state opening of Parliament inside the plenary hall. In a statement from Parliament, in his speech from the throne, the hereditary prince, quote, painted a picture of a country in the grip of a storm, a small, stable boat that must continue to navigate increasingly rough waters, end quote. The key topics in the hereditary prince's speech were on security, digitalization, age strategy, education, and the media landscape. Before the state opening of Parliament, the hereditary prince and members of Parliament attended Mass at St. Florian Cathedral. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness, Duke Franz of Bavaria, and his longtime partner, Mr. Thomas Grindwald, attended the opening of the exhibition entitled 4 Museums, 1 Modern, at the Pinakothek der Moderne. The Pinakothek houses not 1, but 4 museums: the Architecture Museum, the Modern Art Collection, the State Graphics Collection, and the New Collection. After 23 years, it is now hosting its first joint exhibition. On Friday, in Madrid, His Majesty, King Felipe VI of Spain, presided over the inauguration of the temporary exhibition entitled Annus Mirabilis, Salvador de Bahia 1625, El Corredor de España at the Museo Naval. According to the Royal Court of Spain, the exhibition, quote, commemorates the 400 years since several important victories by the navies and armies of Felipe IV, including the recovery of San Salvador de Bahia, which had been in the hands of the Dutch since 1624. Fadrique Alvarez de Toledo Osorio, Captain General of the Armada in command of a combined Spanish-Portuguese fleet, achieved this success for the Spanish monarchy in 1625. End quote. Well done, Fadrique. Meanwhile, in León, Her Majesty, Queen Letizia of Spain, presided over the presentation of the Premio Princesa de Girona Crea Impresa 2025 at the Auditorio Ciudad de León. The award, worth 20,000 euros, honors and recognizes, quote, young entrepreneurs with innovative and viable projects, end quote. The winner of the award went to Mr. Andrew Doty, the CEO and co-founder of Innovamat. On Friday morning, their Imperial Majesties, Emperor Naruhito and Empress Masako of Japan, accompanied by their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince Akishino and Crown Princess Kiko of Japan, began their 2-day visit to Osaka. In the afternoon, the Imperial family visited Umeshima, an artificial island in Osaka Bay that serves as a venue for the World Expo 2025. During their visit, they viewed the Grand Ring, a large wooden structure encircling the pavilions. The Grand Ring symbolizes unity. This afternoon, the Emperor and Empress, accompanied by their Imperial Highnesses, Crown Prince Akishino and Crown Princess Kiko of Japan, attended the opening ceremony of the 2025 Osaka World Expo. According to a press release, over 150 countries and territories and 7 international organizations are participating in the expo. The theme of the expo is Designing Future Society for Our Lives. In his opening speech, the Emperor said, quote, it is my sincere hope that Expo 2025 Osaka will serve as an opportunity for people around the world to respect not only their own lives, but also the lives of those around them and the various forms of life that exist in nature, and to be inspired to work together to create a sustainable future. End quote. After the opening, the Emperor and Empress visited the International Red Cross and Red Crescent Movement Pavilion. The Osaka World Expo will be open to the public until October 13th, 2025. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Sunday, April 13th, with all the latest royal news and events, including a complete wrap-up of Prince Albert II of Monaco's fun-filled adventure in northwestern France. So, I hope you all will join me on Sunday. Until then, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care and God bless.